Good morning, guys. It is approximately 7 a.m. right now. Today I'm going to be documenting everything that I eat in a day, and I'll also be vlogging my full push workout as well. This is actually day one of my lean bulk. I've decided that I'm going to do my first bodybuilding show at the end of the summer. So before I start going into an even more extreme calorie deficit, I'm going to be doing about 2 to 3 months of a lean bulk. So not a crazy amount of calories, whole foods, healthy foods, in a little bit of a surplus each day. I'm very excited for today. Let's go make some breakfast. I'm going with the usual. Normally it's just some rolled oats, and I've been eating in very small portions because I've been cutting for the last 3 months. So I'm very excited to actually eat a normal portion of food again that's gonna actually fill me up. So yeah, I'm gonna go with about 2/3 of oats, throw in a little bit of almond milk, and then something that I've absolutely been loving doing in my oatmeal lately is throwing in a scoop of this MyProtein cookies and cream whey. The biggest thing is that you wanna put it in there before you actually heat up your protein. It gets it like super fluffy with a crazy texture that I just always love. So yeah, I'm gonna just stir that up nicely. Time to heat it up. Perfect, and now while I wait, I'm gonna cut up this banana, a beautiful food. I can't remember the last time that I didn't have a banana in the morning. Bananas just never get old, if I'm being honest. As soon as a banana gets slightly old though, I can't do it, man. I gotta throw it out. Like the brown spots on the bananas, dude, I can't do it. I can't do it. Shit's nasty. Look how fluffy that is when you throw in the protein before you heat it up. Absolute game changer. Now I'm gonna throw in a scoop of this Trader Joe's crunchy peanut butter. Boom, perfect. I'm going with a little bit of this granola. Now I'm gonna throw in my banana. Boom, we're good to go. That's the finished product right there. This bowl's hot. Fuck. You already know that we're gonna have to wash that down with a cup of black coffee because how else am I gonna start the day, you know? I mean, come on. God, that looks good. God damn, that looks appetizing. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. All right, we got our coffee, got our oatmeal. I'll see you upstairs. All right, time to smack this oatmeal. Oh yeah, this is my desk, my little home office. It's pretty immaculate. I just bought this new chair that is so fucking comfortable. I actually should have bought this ages ago. That's good stuff. That's hitting the spot. Delectable as always. It's time to lock in and get some deep work in. I got a couple check-ins with my clients, and then I have to edit a bunch of videos. So I'll see you later. All right, it's about noon right now, and been working for a couple hours. Now it's time for our afternoon protein shake. This is typically when I make a good protein shake. Around 11 a.m. or noon is like the latest I'll go, just because, you know, muscle protein synthesis is highest in the morning, so I definitely like to get my protein shake in before noon. Running a little bit late. I was kind of dialed in on an edit, and it took me way longer than I thought to build one of my clients a new program. All right, so I'm going 2 scoops of this vanilla ice cream whey for MyProtein. Code COLAC if you want to save 50% off your order. And then I'm gonna throw in a little spoonful of peanut butter as well. Perfect. Now I'm gonna blend that up. Also, if you guys haven't gotten yourself a Ninja blender, bro, this thing has made my life so much better. I mean, I used to use a shaker bottle every day, which, you know, you can do, but this just, it makes it taste so much better. There's no clumps in your protein. And yeah, it's just also super satisfying. All right, perfect. Always hits the spot. I'm gonna get back to work for a couple hours, and I'll see you when we make some lunch. All right, it is time for a nice little lunch. I haven't eaten in many hours. Your boy's pretty hungry. I'm gonna start off, I just washed these sweet potatoes. I'm gonna cut these into little wedges and throw them in the air fryer for a little bit. I've been doing that with like some avocado on top, with fried egg on top of that, and it's absolutely delicious. Would highly recommend you try that out. All right, we got our air fryer. Dude, I got the Ninja air fryer a couple weeks ago, and I have been absolutely loving it. Such a game changer, honestly, especially with these little sheets, because you know, you literally throw those into the air fryer, and then you don't have to clean anything after, which is insanely nice and insane hack to just, you know, cooking something deliciously and not having to fucking spend 20 minutes cleaning a pan. I don't think I'm cleaning my pans efficiently if it's taking me 20 minutes. Damn it, this sweet potato is not cooperating. There we go, perfect. All right, our wedges are wedged. Fuck, I might have fucked that up. a little bit, but it's good enough. Beggars can't be choosers. I'm gonna throw those in. All right, so yeah, I cut them into nice little thin wedges, about yay thick, and put them in the air fryer for, you know, about 10 to 15 minutes on 400. We're gonna throw in some olive oil, as well as some salt and pepper. It's gonna give these a very nice coat of flavor. All right, yeah, so I got them nice and seasoned up here. Now I'm just gonna pop that in. I don't know if you guys can see this beautiful air fryer. But yeah, and then I'm gonna go 400 for, let's say, 14 minutes. Yeah, that should be good. All right, now that those are in the air fryer, we're gonna open up this avocado. I don't know how some people do not eat avocado. I literally can't remember a day in my life where I didn't eat an avocado in the last like year. Just such an amazing food and such a great healthy way to get your fats in as well. It's actually crazy the amount of fools that I see eating off of their wooden cutting board. I'm like, bro, just get yourself a plate, man. It's not that hard. It's really not. What was I supposed to do now? Oh, the eggs. All right, avocado's avocadoed. We gotta make some eggs now as well. The egg shortage right now is actually fucking insane, bro. I went to Trader Joe's the last like 3 weeks and they were sold out of eggs. I like couldn't get eggs anywhere. I ended up having to go to Ralph's and paying like $15 for a carton of 12 eggs, which was insane to me. But luckily the Trader Joe's I went to the other day had eggs, so I bought like 3 of them just because you never know. When's the next time I'm gonna find some eggs again, you know what I'm saying? Throw on some olive oil. Definitely when you guys make your eggs, not that I'm trying to be a pro chef right here, make sure that you're heating up the oil, getting your pan nice and hot before you actually crack them. The eggs will cook much better, they'll taste way better if you do it that way. Also, bonus points if you use a cast iron. I would so recommend you get yourself a cast iron. They're a pain in the ass to clean, but goddamn does food taste good when you cook it on a cast iron. All right, we're gonna let this get hot. Time to check on the sweet potatoes. Oh, they're getting crispy-ish. This should be done shortly. For me, I just get way more joy out of lifting and the gym when I am eating in a surplus every day, just because I feel like, you know, every day I'm getting better, I'm getting stronger, I'm growing a little bit every day. It's just a really cool feeling, you know, to just actually feel yourself get stronger and to step on the scale every week and see that go up a little bit. Versus on the other hand, when you're cutting, you're not actually getting bigger, you're not getting stronger in any sense, because, you know, when you're in a caloric deficit, you're not really gonna build that much muscle, maybe a little bit, but it's just so much less than if you were in a surplus. All right, we got 1 John cracked. Fuck, I totally got some eggs, some shells in there. We got it out with the eggshell. Only the real ones know about that technique. All right, now something that I see a lot of y'all not do is you wait till your eggs are done cooking to season them. If you throw on some salt, pepper, whatever else you want, you know, while they're actually in the process of cooking, it's gonna cook into the eggs and you're gonna have a little more flavor in your huevos. So keep that in mind for sure. Oh, that's a lot of pepper. That's a lot of pepper. All right, the sweet potatoes are looking real good. Looking very crispy, very elegant. We're gonna give these a flip now. That was not the best flip, not gonna lie. Oh, that was actually pretty good. Oh no, I broke one of the yolks. It's all right, it had to break eventually. All right, now we're gonna turn off the heat, just kind of let those sizzle for a little bit longer. Now our sweet potatoes should be all good now. Yeah, those are looking nice. Hell yeah. So we got our sweet potatoes. Now what I like to do with the avocado, I like to actually layer the avocado on top of the sweet potato. Seems like a little goofy of a combination, but trust me, it's quite delicious. I promise you that. And yeah, you're just gonna wanna like basically rub in the avocado like you're making some avocado toast or something like that, right? All right, sweet. Those are looking good. And now that those are on there, got my eggs on the plate nicely. Sweet, and then I'm just gonna throw on some extra seasoning on top of that. Is an absolute must. I'm gonna salt and pepper, and then I love to throw on this everything bagel seasoning. So good, so gas. Now that that's on there, we're gonna final step, throw on a little drizzle of sriracha onto the eggs. And boom. And now we have ourselves a lovely pre-workout meal. We got our carbs in, we got our protein, and it's about to hit the spot. Now it's time for one of the best parts of the meal. That's good stuff. I'm gonna try the sweet potatoes first. As always, that is delicious. I'm gonna throw a little bit of eggs on top of that. Just an FYI, in case you guys weren't aware, I like to kind of load up my carbs for the day. Typically before my workout, in my pre-workout meal, I'll eat the most carbs that I do in that day, just because, right, your body will then use those carbs as fuel during your workouts. And I always just feel way more supercharged, way more energy during my actual lifts when I have some carbs before. So yeah, this is hitting the spot. I'm gonna smack the rest of this and make myself some pre-workout and head to the gym, and I'll see you guys there. All right, guys, made it safely and soundly to the gym. I normally start my chest workouts with a incline Smith machine, but unfortunately the Smith machine is taken. So we're gonna be doing this incline dumbbell press instead. Still just as effective. I'm gonna crank out a warm-up set to get the juices flowing, and yeah, let's do it. All right, I think that was 20. Take some notes, guys. This is how a professional lifter puts back the dumbbells. That's pretty clean, am I right? All right, the warm-up set felt pretty good. Definitely feeling nice and warmed up. It's 10:54. I got about an hour to get some chest and shoulders in. So pump cover's coming off, and time to lift some actual weight. Let's do it. God damn, these are fucking heavy. All right, we're gonna start off with the 85s, see how that feels. Pretty sure last time I used dumbbells on this, I was ripping the 90s and it felt pretty good. So hopefully my left shoulder doesn't decide to randomly tweak out on me here. I'm gonna see if I can play my music while holding this dumbbell. Stand by. Nice, we got it. Ooh, these are tough right now. Two more, come on. Damn, it was kind of brutal. Didn't feel too bad, but damn, I was moving 90s last time. It's a little bit disappointing, but it's all right. I think I'm gonna probably stick with the 85s, see if I can get 10 on my second set. If 10 feels good, then I'm gonna go up to 90 for the last set, but yeah. All right, time for set number 2. Let's see how this feels. Come on. Holy fuck. Oh, damn, it's pretty good. It's definitely extremely tough, but felt pretty good. I feel like decent pump already from that, low-key. I think I'm probably gonna stick with the 85s, but a little bit surprised, honestly. I switched from dumbbells to the incline Smith like a while ago. I've been doing that pretty consistently, but low-key, I kind of miss dumbbells now. Might have to start integrating that a little bit more into my routine, because I don't know, the contraction that I feel from using dumbbells is really, really nice, not gonna lie. Or maybe it's just the beta alanine and electrolytes I took before this. Either way, we're feeling good, boys. Time for exercise number 2. Yo, you hitting arms again? yo, say what's up to the YouTube video. Yeah, you gotta squat down, bro. Introduce yourself, bro.
Yo, what's up? My name is Ethan. What's up?
This is a boy, bro. Every time I see this kid at the gym, he's hitting arms.
Gotta make the arms bigger.
He's not lying. He's not lying. You did? So why are you hitting shoulders right now? All right, it is time for our next chest exercise. We're gonna be hitting this pec deck fly. The machine at this gym, at John Reed's, is a little bit goofy, but it has this, I don't know if you guys can see this lever in front, which is nice. That basically brings it in front so I can start in that position. But yeah, we're feeling good. We're nice and carved up right now. And time to annihilate some pectoral fibers. So yeah, big thing with this is, when you do your pec deck flies, try and keep your arms bent in the back and then straighten them as you move your arms forward. That's just gonna help you get a better contraction and get a little bit better range of motion in your movement. Holy fuck. Yeah. All right, that felt pretty good. Definitely not the biggest fan of this pec deck fly machine. As you can see, this is like the sickest gym on planet Earth, so I really don't have any room to complain right now. I'm doing a pec deck fly next to a bunch of plants. A year ago today, I was going into a Crunch Fitness in Champaign, Illinois. So there's a big step up from that. All right, I'm gonna do one more set of these and I'll see you on the next exercise. All right, I'm gonna be hitting probably 2 sets till failure of this just barbell bench press. This is kind of going to be my compound movement burnout exercise for chest. It's my 4th chest exercise. I'm pretty gassed already, so obviously I'm not lifting my full weight. My bench PR is 315 for those wondering. But anyway, I'm going to crank this out for probably anywhere from 8 to 15 reps, see how we feel. See if we get into a David Goggins, they don't know me son type of flow state. We'll see. Fuck, that was kind of brutal. I was doing that set, and normally I bring the bar to like right here, and it kept hitting my speaker, so I had to like go lower and adjust. It was super awkward. That didn't feel amazing, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna do one more of these, and then probably move on to some flies, get in some isolation work for chest, and I'm gonna be moving on to a high to low chest fly for my lower pecs. I'll typically alternate in between my chest days with either one of these high to low chest flies, or I'll go low to high for the upper chest. But I like to kind of use that as a warm-up exercise when I do those. Anyways, that's enough yapping. Let's crank some of these out. Ooh, these are feeling pretty crazy right now. God damn. All right, those felt pretty good. Let's see what we're working with right now. This is like the best lighting in the gym, I swear to God. So if you guys are seeing this and you're like, damn, you look huge. I'm not actually this big, it's just the lighting. We're short on time, and I think that's the best little pose down that we're gonna get, because we only have 10 minutes until the gym closes. So looking pretty freaky, feeling good about that. That's a wrap. We are all done with that workout. Feeling pretty good, pretty pumped up. As you can see, the pump was pretty ridiculous. Feeling good though. I wish I could have hit shoulders, to be honest, but you know, I got to the gym late, so I really can't complain. Yeah, man, I mean, that was a great workout. I was feeling good and feeling nice and carved up, feeling way stronger. And yeah, man, I mean, to be honest, I'm just really excited to get started with this next bulk, and I'm already, man, just feeling, because I was either maintaining or in a deficit for so long, and the difference that, that has, the effect that has on your training is actually next level. Like, you just feel so weak, your workouts are not as good, and it's just not as enjoyable to go to the gym every day, just because you have way less energy, a little bit irritable, cranky, hungry all the time, whatever. I'm not dealing with that for at least another 3 months until I really start prep for the first show. So right now, I can just pick up the fork, keep eating, and keep growing, man. Keep growing. That's the biggest thing for me, man. Like, I think I've had the most fun in the gym when I was bulking, for sure, just because, every single day to me felt like, all right, let's go in, let's get a little bit bigger. All right, we go in on Tuesday now. Now we're getting even bigger. Then Wednesday, we're getting even bigger. Just because when you're in a caloric surplus every single day, you're just fueling your muscles, and you're just gonna see so much more growth from that compared to, obviously, if you're cutting or just maintaining. So yeah, man, I'm really stoked to get started with this, and definitely not gonna go as extreme about it as I did last time. Last time around was a little bit aggressive, so it's gonna be more of a lean bulk, trying to get to, I'd say 185. Right now I'm 175, so I think 10 pounds in 3 months is pretty manageable. Maybe 190, yeah. But if I'm going to 190, I might as well go to 200, you know what I'm saying? No, all right, maybe 190, we'll see. We'll see, to be determined. But that was a fucking great workout, and thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys at the crib. Peace. All right, guys, we're back from the gym. That was an incredible workout. Felt absolutely amazing by the end of that. I'm sad I couldn't work in shoulders, but that's all right. Your boy is extremely hungry right now, so I'm gonna be chefing up this steak here. And in the process of showing my entire dinner, I'm also gonna teach you exactly how to cook the perfect steak. Let's get into it. Step number 1, get yourself a pan. Bonus points if it's a cast iron. Step 2, oil it up. Step number 3, turn on the heat. Get that thing nice and hot. We actually had to halt step number 3 because we haven't started our rice yet, and cooking rice takes 6 months for some reason. So now we wait. I am also gonna prepare the broccoli. All right, we're out of broccoli. So I'm going with these frozen string beans instead. They're still just as good. I'm throwing some salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic powder. Yeah, we should be good with that. It's a lot of string beans. We're just gonna leave that there. I'm not gonna start it yet because anytime I put veggies in the air fryer, they cook in like 4 minutes. Fuck. Holy shit. All right, the rice water is boiling. Time to throw that white rice in there. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you were not aware, the best ratio to cook rice is gonna be the 2 to 3, in my opinion. So I got 3 cups of water in there, like 3.5 roughly, and I just threw in 2 cups of rice. Throw that in there, put in a little bit of salt. Then you're gonna wanna stir that Johnson up a little bit. Boom, now you're chilling. Cover it and put it on low. Like in between low and 2 for like 20 minutes, and you'll have some perfect white rice. It's time to get back to our meat though. Hey, yo. And step number 4, time to handle our meat. Pause. As in seasoning, you sick bastard. Get your head out of the gutter. Anyway, we're gonna throw on a little bit of oil, get it nice and lubricated. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. And you know, it does like to carry a lot of its stress in its shoulders, so you might wanna consider rubbing that out. Throw on a little bit of salt, some pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, and any other seasoning of your choice. And now she's ready to go. All right, JDs and gentlemen, do you see how hot this pan is? That's what we're looking for, because this nice girl likes it hot. Now throw that piece of meat on there, boom. Now we're gonna do 2.5 minutes on each side and then check the temperature. All right, now that it's been 2.5 minutes, we're gonna give her a nice old flip. Beautiful. Now that it's been flipped, we're gonna throw in a little bit of butter. Final, and one of the most important steps, you're gonna wanna make sure it's cooked to around 135 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the perfect medium rare temperature. And we're good. Just like that, we're done. You already know we had to throw some eggs on top of that. All right, this is our finished product. We're eating good tonight, boys. And it was worth the 40-minute cooking session. Oh my God, that is fucking, oh, that steak is actually perfect, bro. Dip it in the eggs. Actually like my favorite thing on earth. Fuck, bro, that's insane. The string beans also turned out pretty fire. All right, I don't want you guys to have to listen to me chewing, so I'll see you when I make my protein shake. All right, that steak absolutely slapped. I ate that while I watched some Better Call Saul, which is such an amazing show. But it wouldn't be a full day of eating without, of course, showing my evening protein shake. So let's get blending. Your boy is bulking, so I'm gonna be using whole milk for this. FYI, if you're cutting, cut your protein with water. If you're bulking, use some whole milk. I just ran out though, so I'm gonna have to top it off with almond milk. Still just as good. All right, now I'm gonna be going with 2 scoops of this cookies and cream whey from MyProtein. Definitely my favorite MyProtein flavor, always hits the spot. And then to get in a little bit more calories, I'm gonna throw in about a spoonful of peanut butter. Beautiful. Now time to blend that all together. Voila. That should be good. Sensational. That is a wrap. That's an entire day in my life, what I eat, how I train, and just kind of what my schedule looks like. Thanks for coming along for the ride. I really appreciate all of you guys tuning in and supporting this channel. Seriously means the world to me. I'm gonna be making way more videos like this, just daily vlogs, what I'm eating, what my training looks like, and I'm super excited to keep sharing that with you guys. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Almost forgot my shake.